Peace and Black Power. Peace and Black Power. Peace and Black Power family. Fourth night of Kwanzaa. Fourth night of Kwanzaa. Tonight we have a full moon in Cancer at 10:28 p.m. Tonight we have a full moon in Cancer at 10:28 p.m. That means I'm going to do all that I can to make sure we're done before 10:28 p.m. tonight, because I always like to meditate, pray, pour libations to spirit on the occasion of the new moon and on the occasion of the full moon. Tonight is a full moon, which is the culmination of things that we would like to give birth to in our life. The culmination of things. The moon is the symbol of the great divine mother. Within the Yoruba tradition, we refer to her as Yemonja. I'm wearing her color, blue. She happens to be my Orisha mother. Ogun is my Orisha father. So tonight is new moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer. And it actually comes in the sign of Yemonja, the great divine mother, which is Cancer. So we want to send a shout out to all black women. This is your night, full moons and new moons. We're talking about the birthing of things. When we're talking about the birthing of things, we're talking about the great divine feminine. And on the earth plane, that would be the beautiful African sister. All of our black women who we love and honor on this full moon in Cancer. I pray that all of you get all the righteous blessings that you deserve and all the righteous goals that you've been working towards. May they be fulfilled. And not only for the queens, but also for the kings and the whole African family. Shout out to my continental Africans. Shout out to my European Africans, Australian Africans, South Pacific Africans, Caribbean Africans, Central and South American Africans, and of course right here in the belly of the beast, shout out to the American Africans. Tonight, the fourth principle of Kwanzaa, Ujamaa. We are dealing with Ujamaa tonight. Cooperative economics, and this is a very, very important topic because one of the great weaknesses of the American African specifically and the global African in particularly, generally speaking rather, okay, one of the weaknesses of the American African specifically and one of the weaknesses of the global African family generally is our poor economic organization and discipline. So Ujamaa, tonight we're going to talk about the money. Last night we talked about the family. Night before last we talked about the most honorable Marcus Garvey and Pan-Africanism. The first night we talked about ADHD, psychiatric medication. Tonight we're going to talk about the economics, brothers and sisters. The economics, the psychology of black economics. First of all, according to the latest statistics coming from the U.S. government, African people are 13.1% of the population, which equals 49 million. I believe those numbers are somewhat underestimated. I definitely believe that we are more than 13.1%, and I believe that we are more than 39 million. But for the sake of conversation, we will indulge their numbers. For the sake of conversation, we will use their numbers. Okay? From 2010 to 2012, the average pre-tax income of a white family was $63,935. I repeat, from 2010 to 2012, the average pre-tax income for a white American family, Caucasian American, was $63,935. The average pre-tax income for a American African family was $45,287. The top three expenses for white and black families has been housing, transportation, and food. Housing, transportation, and food, with the greatest percentage of that being spent on housing. The unemployment rate for the American African is twice that of the Caucasian. The Caucasian's unemployment rate in the United States is 3%. The American African unemployment rate in the United States is 6%. However, I need you all to understand that the unemployment statistic does not take into consideration incarcerated Africans. It does not take into consideration incarcerated Africans, nor does it take into consideration Africans who are not looking for work, which is to say that particularly when speaking to black men, the unemployment rate for black men is significantly more than twice that of white males. In America, black people still only earn 59 cents to every white dollar. In America, black people still only earn 59 cents for every dollar that white people earn. White households earn more than white households earn more than $29,000 every year than the black household. I repeat, the white household earns $29,000 more than the average black household, which is to say that white America is bringing home an extra paycheck when compared to black America. I said white America is bringing home an extra paycheck when compared to black America, when you look at the fact that they're earning $29,000 more annually against the black family. The median wealth, and I want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this because I think my last Kwanzaa seminar will be dedicated to revolutionary New Year's resolutions. New Year revolutionary resolutions for the global African family. New Year revolutionary resolutions for the global African family. That's going to be New Year's Day. We need some New Year revolutionary resolutions, not just a New Year's resolution, but we need some revolutionary New Year resolutions. And we're going to talk about that on January the 1st. But excuse me. Might as well put on my Queen Mother Yemoja Oleke. Might as well put on my Queen Mother Yemoja Oleke. It's the night of the full moon. So, brothers and sisters, pay attention to this next statistic. Pay attention to this next statistic. The median wealth of the black family in America today is $17,000. I want to repeat this. The median wealth of the black family in America today is $17,000. That is less than 1/10 of the median wealth of the white family. The median wealth of the white family in the United States is $171,000. I want to repeat that. I want to repeat that. I want to repeat that. The median wealth of the black family is $17,000. The median wealth of the white family is $171,000. I'm going to say it again. I want y'all to look at the great inequity, the great disparity. I want y'all to look at the great disparity in black wealth versus white wealth in America. I'm going to say it again. The median wealth of a black family in America today is $17,000. 1-7, compared to the median wealth of a white family in America, which is $171,000. That means that the median wealth of the white family is more than $150,000 more than the median wealth of the black family. The median wealth of the white family is more than $150,000 more than the median wealth of the black family. And you think that the most important thing you can do is go vote. And you think the most important thing you can do is go vote. And you think the most important thing that you can do is go vote. Less than half of all blacks in America own a house compared to 75% of whites. Less than half of all blacks in America own their own home compared to 75% of white people who own their own home. So I ask you, brothers and sisters, I ask you, who has been misleading you into believing that you are doing better? And if you are doing better today than you were doing 100 years ago, why don't you have the Black Wall Streets that we had in Rosewood, Florida 100 years ago? If you are doing better today than you were doing 100 years ago, why don't you have the Black Wall Streets like you had in Tulsa, Oklahoma 100 years ago? If you are doing better today than you were doing 100 years ago, then why don't you have your Black Star Line steamships on the water like the most honorable Marcus Garvey had? If you are doing better today than you were doing 100 years ago, why don't you have the gas stations, the hotels, the supermarkets that you used to have 100 years ago? My question to the black bourgeoisie, my question to the black bourgeoisie, my question to the black bourgeoisie, upon what factors are you drawing the conclusion that black people have made significant progress over the past 100 years? Because my research and my analysis proves that the black bourgeoisie has been misinforming and misleading black people into thinking they're doing better when they're actually doing worse. Let me say this. Let me say this. The definition that the black bourgeoisie is using to inform black people into thinking that they believe they're doing better can be summed up in one word. The strategy of the black bourgeoisie that is convincing our people that we are doing better now than we were 100 years ago can be summed up in one word, and that one word is tokenism. That one word is tokenism. That one word is tokenism. What is the definition of tokenism? Tokenism is the political economic strategy of making a whole people think they're doing better because a few tokens are doing better. Let me repeat it. Tokenism is the political economic strategy of making 40 million American Africans think they are doing better just because a few tokens are doing better. Once you tear off the illusion of inclusion, once you eliminate the illusion of inclusion, once you wake up from the black bourgeoisie hypnosis, you will see that you are not doing better and that they have been using tokenism to brainwash you into thinking that you are. Less than half of all blacks own their own home as compared to 75% of whites. The average household, black household, only has $17,000 in wealth, whereas the average white household has $171,000 of wealth. The incarceration rate for black people in America is 6 times greater than the incarceration rate of white America. The incarceration rate of black America is 6 times higher than the incarceration rate of white America. America leads the world in mass incarceration, and black people are the most incarcerated. America leads the world in mass incarceration per capita, and black people are the most incarcerated. So what that means is America leads the world in locking up black people. America leads the world in locking up black people. Who said this was the land of the free? Who said this was the land of the free? Let me continue with some more statistics. According to the research, 20 years after graduating from college, 20 years after graduating from college, 20 years after graduating from college, the average black college graduate, 20 years after, not 2 years after they graduate college, not 5 years after they graduate college, not 10 years after they graduate college, 20 years after the average black college graduate earns their degree. 20 years later, they still owe 95% of their student loans. A generation later, and we still owe 95% of our student loan debt. Do you know what that means? That means your first 20 years of college, you pay your student loans, the first 20 years of college, and that whole 20 years of college only went to finance the interest on the loan. You never touched the capital. 20 years after paying on a student loan, you never touched the capital. You've only paid the interest. 20 years after we graduate, we still owe 95% of student debt after 20 years. That should be a crime. That should be a crime. That should be a crime. How can you pay your student loan every month on time for 20 years and still owe 95% of the debt on your student loan compared to whites who only owe 6% of debt on their outstanding student loans? How is it that black America still owes 95% of their student loans after 20 years, but white America only owes 6% of their student loans after 20 years? And you're telling me that the most important thing I can do is to go pray in church and go vote for Joe Biden? You are out of your mind. The most important thing I can do is go pray in church and go vote for Joe Biden. You are absolutely out of your mind. Isn't it amazing that they have no problem, the bank has no problem giving black people car loans, house loans, student loans? The banks don't have no problem giving black people car loans, house loans, and student loans. But the banks never like to give you business loans. Why is it black people can qualify for all the student loans they want? Black people can qualify for all the car loans they want. Black people can qualify for all the house loans they want. But black people almost never qualify for a business loan. Why does America's banks love to give black people car loans, student loans, and house loans, but America doesn't like to give black people business loans? Because when they give you a student loan, They know you're going to be paying it off for the rest of your life. They are investing in your debt. When they give you a car loan, they know that that car isn't going to be worth half of its value in 5 years. They are investing in your debt, but you will still be paying off that car even when it no longer has value. You will still be left paying tens of thousands of dollars off that car note even when the car no longer has value. Why they like to give you a house loan? You know why they like to give you a home loan? Because they know that that home loan is going to be for a 30-year mortgage. In some cases, 40, 50-year mortgage. And many of us will be dead and our children will be paying off the home loans because we should have never got a home loan for 30, 40, and 50 years. What is that? The Frederick Douglass Mortgage Program, the Sojourner Truth Mortgage Program, the Nat Turner Mortgage Program, a 30-year home loan. And then they make you think this is your house. It ain't your house until you pay it off. It is not your house until you pay it off. Stop taking these 30-year home loans. Stop taking these 30-year home loans, because when you go to the ancestors, and your children pick up that loan and you know that they don't have the discipline or commitment to paying off that house, you done already spent the greater portion of your retirement paying off that house. And as soon as you die, the house goes back to the bank. As soon as you die, the house goes back to the bank, not to mention the property tax. We just talking about the mortgage. We're not even talking about the property tax. We're talking about the mortgage. We're not even talking about the property tax. Most blacks are in the inner city suffering from gentrification, where they're raising up the property value and the tax value. And they want to sell you a 30-year loan for a house. What the hell I want a 30-year mortgage for? I'm not taking out no 30-year mortgage. You don't get wealthy with no 30-year mortgage, brothers and sisters. But they're not giving us the business loans because they don't want to finance our economic independence. They only want to finance your debt. The white banks only want to finance your home debt, your school debt, your car debt. They do not want to finance your economic independence. That's why we need revolutionary black banks. That's why we need revolutionary black banks. That's why we need revolutionary black banks, brothers and sisters. 20 years after you graduated, you still owe 95% of your student loan, but white folks only owe 6% after 20 years. Let's continue. Let's continue. Brothers and sisters, although we know we suffer economic apartheid in America, although we know we suffer economic apartheid in America, although we know we suffer economic apartheid in America, brothers and sisters, I want to say this. I want to say this. We are participating in our own economic lynching with our dysfunctional spending habits. We are participating in our own economic lynching with our dysfunctional spending habits. We are participating in our own economic lynching with our own dysfunctional spending habits. Let's talk about it. Oh, and we're going to talk about the black church. We're going to talk about the black church. We're going to talk about the black. Oh, yes, we are not going to let the black church get away tonight. We are not going to let the black church get away tonight, because the black church is one of the top blood suckers in the black community. The black church is one of the top blood suckers in the black community. I am not attacking religion. I'm talking about pimps in the pulpit who do not use your collection money to reinvest in your community. I am not talking about Christianity. I am not talking about Islam. I am not talking about Judaism. I'm talking about the pimps in the pulpit and in the masjid who collect your money and do not reinvest that money into the black community. There are exceptions to the rule. Not every church, not every masjid. There are exceptions to the rule. Not every church, not every masjid, but the exceptions are few and far in between. The exceptions are few and far in between. Now let's talk about your dysfunctional spending habits for a minute. We got 2 hours before the full moon tonight. Let's talk about your dysfunctional spending habits. Black people spend $573.6 million. Let's round it off. $574 million every year on beauty and grooming products such as soap and bath products. Can somebody explain to me? Can somebody explain to me why are we spending over $500 million on beauty and grooming products? I mean, my goodness. What kind of soap are you getting for $574 million? What kind of bubble bath are you using, black woman? What kind of bubble bath are you using, black woman, that's costing us $574 million a year? We are a economically retarded people. We are a economically retarded people. We got the nerve to be crying about what the government isn't doing. We got the nerve to be crying about what Donald Trump didn't do. We got the nerve to be crying about what Joe Biden is not going to do. But look at what we are not doing for ourselves. $574 million on soap and bath shower products. You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind. It gets worse than that. It gets worse than that, brothers and sisters. Kevin Gilliam, you're about to go to the block party, my brother. I didn't say you couldn't have soap, you jackass. I said we don't need to spend $574 million on soap. That's what I said. African people invented soap. Why would we not be able to use the soap? We can get black soap imported from the mother continent. We can get black soap imported from the mother continent. We can get black soap imported from the mother continent. And by doing so, we can keep our costs down, and we can at the same time be investing in African infrastructure for those who are not afraid and unashamed and insecure about being an African. Why can't we import African black soap? Without all the side effects and all the toxic chemicals, why can't we wholesale import African black soap, which is the best soap I've ever used? No soap I bought from the drugstore is better than African black soap. So why can't we import African black soap? And by doing so, we're investing in Africa. That's why we need the Black Star Line. That's why we need an American African independent distribution network. That's why we need that. Any disrespectful comments, I'm sending you to the block party tonight. I'm sending you to the block party tonight. Listen up, brothers and sisters. Let's continue because it gets worse than that. 63% of black people who were surveyed said that they like to buy from Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, and Bloomingdale's. 63% of black people surveyed said they like to buy from Saks Fifth Avenue, number 1, Neiman Marcus, number 2, Bloomingdale's, number 3. Can I ask you a question? Because I've never shopped at Saks. I've never shopped at Saks Fifth Avenue. I've never shopped at Neiman Marcus. I think I might have been in Bloomingdale's once, maybe once, over 20 years ago when I was in college. Maybe. Bloomingdale's sounds like it's ringing a bell. Maybe. But I definitely never shopped in Saks. I never shopped in Neiman Marcus. And if I did go to Bloomingdale's, it was only once, about 20 years ago. What are you buying in Saks? I need an answer, brothers and sisters. I'm reading comments tonight. I need y'all to educate me as I educate you. I need y'all to educate me as I educate you. I need y'all to educate me as I educate you. What are we buying in Saks Fifth Avenue? What are we buying in Neiman Marcus? What are we buying in Bloomingdale? I'm reading the comments. Can I get some answers? Dr. Umar supporters, can I get some answers? I know there's a lot of coons in the chat. A lot of coons in the Facebook chat. A lot of coons in the Instagram chat. What are we buying from those stores? Oh, somebody said overpriced. Overpriced what, dark matter melanin? Overpriced what? What are we buying at Saks Fifth Avenue? I'm asking a question. I haven't got an answer yet. Gucci. Okay, so you're telling me that the high-end labels are sold at Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus, right? All the new designer labels, Gucci. Okay, well, y'all need to know something about Gucci. We talked about Marcus Garvey 2 nights ago, but guess what you need to know about Gucci? The Gucci Corporation was founded in 1920, 1921, and they stole Marcus Garvey's red, black, and green colors in order to popularize their business. I'm going to say it again. The Gucci Corporation was founded at the height of the Garvey movement. Do your research. The Gucci Corporation was founded at the height of the most honorable Marcus Garvey's movement, the red, black, and green. And in order to popularize their products, they stole Garvey's colors, the red, black, and green, and put it on Gucci. If you don't believe me, do your research. So you're telling me you will wear the red, black, and green on Gucci, but you won't wear the red, black, and green of the Garvey movement. You will wear the red, black, and green of Gucci, but you won't wear the red, black, and green of the Garvey movement, even though the Gucci Corporation stole the colors from Garvey in 1920, 1921. If you don't believe me, go do your research. If you don't believe me, go do your research. Gucci hijacked the red, black, and green from Garvey. They were founded the same year that Garvey held his first international conference. You don't believe me? Go do your research. Those are our colors. The Gucci colors are Garvey's colors. Gucci owes Garvey reparations. I said Gucci owes Garvey reparations. Let's continue. Let's continue. So y'all want to go to Saks, Neiman Marcus, and Bloomingdale's to buy expensive junk from people who don't like you that you don't even need. So y'all want to go to Saks, Neiman Marcus, and Bloomingdale's to buy expensive clothing from people who don't like you and stuff that you don't even need. But y'all want to complain because I'm raising money to fix up 2 schools for black boys. Lord have mercy. But y'all want to complain because I'm asking you to help me build 2 schools so our boys can get a better opportunity at surviving in this racist society so they don't become another statistic in the school to prison pipeline. But you will curse me out, interrogate me, sabotage me, destroy my campaign, but you will take that money that we could have used for the school and you'll take it to Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus, and Saks Fifth Avenue. You Negroes are crazy. You Negroes are crazy. You Negroes are crazy. Twine 23. Don't get blocked, my brother. Book of Negroes. You will be added to the book of Negroes. If I block you, you're not coming in my school for the rest of your life. Choose your words carefully, brother. I'm not in a joking mood tonight. My people in trouble. I'm not in a joking mood tonight. All right? Let's keep on going. Here's a big problem that we have, African people. Here's a big problem that we have. 52% of black people find shopping relaxing as compared with only 26% of the American population. Listen to this. This is the foundation of the problem. 52% of black people find shopping relaxing compared to 26% of all other Americans. That's the problem right there. Black people are shopping as a way to escape the misery and racial oppression of America. I'm going to say it again. Black people use their disposable income like a drug. Black people use their disposable income like a drug that they smoke up at the store to help them feel better about being black in America. I just gave you the statistic. I just gave you the statistic. 52% of black people find shopping relaxing compared to 26% of the rest of the country. So let me ask you this. You find it relaxing to give your money away to the same people who are locking up your sons, the same people drugging your grandchildren, the same people disenfranchising our women, the same people exploiting us through mass incarceration and gentrification. You think it's relaxing. You are relaxed to know that you're giving much needed black power dollars. You find it relaxing to know that you're giving away much needed black power dollars to your oppressor so he can oppress you more better. Negro, you're crazy. Negro, you're crazy. That's why I respect this man, this Pan-Africanist, Booker T. Washington, who started the National Negro Business League. That's why he's on my wall. The man who inspired the most honorable Marcus Garvey to build the largest black movement in modern history. That's why I respect Booker T. It was this black man who said we're going to organize the black dollar. And W.E.B. Du Bois hated on him like he hated on Garvey. W.E.B. Du Bois wanted us to vote. Booker T said, what good is the vote if our people can't feed their families? What good is the vote if they can't even build a house? That was the wisdom of Booker T. You're seeing the prophecies of Booker T come true right in your lifetime. Let's keep on going. So 52% of y'all find shopping relaxing, which means it is a form of self-medication. Black shopping is a form of self-medication. Black shopping is like smoking a blunt to deal with your stress. But instead of smoking the blunt, you're just smoking your money away. Instead of smoking the blunt, you're not burning the blunt wrapper, you're burning the money in your pocket. You're not smoking the blunt, you're smoking your wealth away, smoking your dollars away. We have to stop this. We have to stop this. 55% of blacks like to do what I refer to as curiosity shopping. Listen to me. So not only do half of y'all like to shop because it make you relax, on top of that problem, we have another shopping problem, and that is 55% of black people like to engage in curiosity shopping. Dr. Umar calls it curiosity shopping. This is coming from the statistics, but I'm using my words. Curiosity shopping. Do you know what curiosity shopping is? I know my sisters know what this is. I know my sisters know what this is. Our gangster rappers know what this is too. Curiosity shopping is when you decide. Curiosity shopping is when you decide to walk into a store. You don't need nothing. You don't need anything in the store. You don't need nothing they selling. But you're curious to see what they have in there. You're curious to see what they selling. And so you just go around walking through stores. You don't need nothing. You don't need anything, but the money in your pocket is burning a hole in it. Your money is burning a hole in your pocket. And so you go into the store and you start curiosity shopping, which means you're just wandering around to see what they got. Wandering around to see what they got. And curiosity shopping is not the same as window shopping. Window shopping, you don't go in the store. Window shopping, you stay outside. Curiosity shopping, you go inside the store that you don't need nothing from, and you start walking around and looking around and you say, oh, this hat is cute. And that right there, I wonder how this works. And I wonder about this. And this is on sale. I don't need it, but I'm going to buy it just because it's on sale. And that's another problem American Negroes have. We, more than any other person in this country, buy stuff just because it's on sale. How many of you got a closet full of clothes that you don't even wear and you bought it just because it's on sale? How many of you got all kind of household items that you don't even need, but you bought it just because it was on sale? But while you out there curiosity shopping, because let me say this, curiosity shopping is for economic coons. See, some of us are not political coons, but some of us are economic coons. Are you an economic coon? Be honest with yourself. Are you an economic coon? Those of you who are listening to me tonight, are you an economic coon? Because if you are, you're going to have to deactivate your economic coon chip. You're going to have to deactivate your economic coon chip. You're going to have to deactivate your economic coon chip. You're going to have to deactivate your economic coon chip, brothers and sisters. Real serious Africans don't engage in curiosity shopping. So your New Year's resolution, one of your economic New Year's resolutions, you do not go into a store ever again unless you need something out that store. I didn't say want something out the store. I said need something out the store. Don't go into the store unless you absolutely need something out the store. Shopping is no longer a pleasurable activity. You don't shop like, I want to go to the movies. I'm going to go shopping. I want to go eat. I'm going to go shopping. I want to go to Great Adventures. I'm going to go shopping. I want to take a mini vacation. I'm going to go shopping. The shopping mall is not a vacation site. Did you hear me, black sister? Did you hear me, black sister? Did you hear me, black brother? I'm going to say it again. The shopping mall is not a vacation site. Let me say it again. The shopping mall is not an amusement park. Let me say it again. The shopping mall is not a vacation destination. If you find this information useful tonight, black men, give me a fist. Black sisters, give me a heart. If you find this information useful tonight, black sisters, give me a heart. Black brothers, give me a fist. If you find this information useful tonight, black women, give me a heart. Black brothers, give me a fist. We getting down to the nitty gritty. And once we open up the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey Elementary School in the Nat Turner Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium, I promise you, we will start tackling some of these problems. We have to build a grassroots Pan-African credit union, not for no church, but for us. A grassroots credit union to reclaim the black dollar. Because if there is no black dollars, there will be no black power. The revolution must be financed. Independence must be financed. Black liberation must be financed. There can be no black power without the black dollar. There can't be no black power without the black dollar, brothers and sisters. Curiosity shopping, wandering around the store aimlessly like you at a vacation resort. The shopping mall is not a resort, brothers and sisters. The shopping mall is not a resort. Cut it out. I'm not attacking you, sister. I'm attacking your coon chip. I'm not attacking you, sister. I'm attacking your economic coon chip. When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. Stop feeling insulted when somebody who looks like you tells you about yourself. Stop feeling so damn insulted when somebody who looks like you tells you about yourself. Nobody's going to do this for us but us. The YouTubians ain't going to do it for you. Your fake black leaders ain't going to do it for you. Your politicians ain't going to do it for you. Your fraternities and sororities ain't going to do it for you. There's only a few of us who are going to really do this work, and we don't have time to waste. Serious people only. We are supposed to be engaging in wealth accumulation. There is one activity that the black community does not deal with: wealth accumulation. Chinese Americans, wealth accumulation. Jewish Americans, wealth accumulation. Latino Americans, wealth accumulation. Anglo-Saxon Americans, wealth accumulation. Arab Americans, wealth accumulation. Mexican Americans, wealth accumulations. Black Americans, wealth diarrhea. Wealth destruction, wealth liquidation. There is no way we are ever going to get the respect that we want in this country if we don't get serious about wealth accumulation. The most honorable Marcus Garvey, more than any leader you ever had, was so focused on wealth accumulation, and that's why he got deported. The Black Star Line would have cut the white man out the black dollar, so Garvey had to go. He was going to bring the products straight from Africa to black America. He was going to bring the products on the Black Star Line straight from the Caribbean to black America, straight from Central and South America to black America. We need a distribution network. We need a distribution network. A black global distribution networks. Ships, trains, planes, trucks. Ships, trains, planes, trucks. Ships, trains, planes, trucks. Ships, trains, planes, trucks. That's distribution. That's distribution. Where is our black economy? We don't have it. All these fake leaders been running around for decades talking, ain't done nothing for black America yet. All these fake leaders been running around talking, ain't done nothing systematically to change black America yet, but preach to you about religion. We don't need no damn religious talk. We need political economic organization. Let us continue. More disappointing statistics. I'm not giving you this to depress you. I'm giving you this because we're going to change this in 2021. The new year will be a revolutionary one. The new year will be a progressive one. The new year will be a decisive one. 2021 is our year, brothers and sisters. Let's fix this. 2021 is our year. Once that Garvey School is fixed up, I will be hosting conferences twice a month. Every other weekend, there's a conference at the Garvey School that we own, that we bought, that we built, that we sacrificed for. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. I don't talk it, I walk it. Corey, let me write your name down. Corey Payne, House of Negroes, Book of Negroes, and I'm going to block you too, brother. For some reason, I can't block on Facebook, but Corey is banned from the school. Book of Negroes. Let us continue, brothers and sisters. Black people are 34% more likely to be influenced by the store staff. Listen to this. When you go shopping, you are 34% more likely to be influenced by the store staff. When you go shopping, you are 34% more likely to buy something if the white person selling it smiled at you. Do you see your Willie Lynch chip here? Do you see your Willie Lynch chip being activated? This is the statistic. 34%, black people, 34% more likely to buy something if the store staff smiles at you or recommends that you buy it. So that means white folk can make you spend money on stuff you don't even need. All they have to do is smile at you. And do you know why you like your oppressor to smile at you? Because it gives you a sense of false acceptance. It gives you a sense of integration. It gives you a sense of accommodation. It gives you a false sense of the illusion of inclusion. And so when they smile at you, you can't help it but leave some of your money with them. But they will never shop at a store owned by somebody who looks like you. But they will never shop at a store owned by somebody who looks like you. When the last time you seen a Chinese at the black mini market? When the last time you seen a European Jew patronizing a black person? When the last time you seen a Mexican, a Latino, an Arab, an East Indian? When is the last time you saw somebody else come and support one of our businesses? But all they have to do is smile and you will spend your money with them. Let us continue. Black people are 28% more likely than all other Americans to be influenced by in-store advertising. You will buy something because there was an ad in there that you liked. Now, let me break this one down. The reason we are 28% more influenced by store ads is because merchandise marketing has one goal. Merchandise marketing has one goal. I'm giving you the psychology of capitalism, the psychology of consumerism, the psychology of black economic dysfunction. Let me tell you why black folks are 28% more likely than all other Americans to be influenced by the in-store advertising. Because all advertising has one goal. All advertising has one goal, and that is to make you think you will feel better if you buy it. I'm going to say it again. All advertising has one goal: to make you think you'll feel better if you buy it. Let me give you an example. Have y'all noticed all the commercials that we've been seeing the last couple of years that show black women with white men car shopping, black women with white men Food shopping, black women with white men. Jewelry shopping, black men with white women. House shopping, black men with white women. School shopping, black men with white women. Merchandise shopping. Do you know why they do that? Why so many interracial couples in the merchandise now? Because they want black men to think that if you get this Mercedes, you'll get you a white girl. They want the black women to think that if you buy this weave, you'll get you a white man. That's right. That advertising is designed to make you think you will feel better if you buy it. Black people buy twice as many Mercedes Benzes as white people. This is a statistic. Black people in America buy twice as many Mercedes Benzes as white folk. But yet, your average household wealth is $17,000. And white people's average household wealth is $171,000. So can you explain to me, please? Can you explain to me, please, why somebody with only $17,000 of wealth is buying a Mercedes Benz and buying more of those Mercedes Benzes than their white counterparts who have $150,000 more of wealth assets than you have? How are you buying the Mercedes and the white person is not? How are you buying the Mercedes with $17,000 of wealth, but the white folk got $171,000 worth of wealth? Because I done already told you, black people go shopping to feel better about their reality. Black people go shopping to intoxicate themselves against the brutal, harsh nature of American oppression. Black people go shopping to self-medicate from their blackness. That's right. That's right. I'm giving you facts tonight. I'm giving you facts tonight. What did Will Smith say? Will Smith said black people spend too much money they don't have buying stuff they can't afford to impress other black people they don't like. Black people spend too much money they don't have to buy stuff they don't need to impress people they don't like. Black people spend too much money they don't have to impress people they don't like, buying stuff they don't need. Will Smith, West Philly, stand up. Black people are 27% more likely to be influenced by the merchandising. Let's go on. Because the merchandising, the advertising makes you think, I'ma feel better after I buy this Mercedes. I'ma feel better once I buy this house in a white suburb. I'ma feel better once I send my kids to a white private school. I'ma feel better once I get this Rolex. I'ma feel better once I get these Timbs. I'ma feel better once I get the new LeBrons, once I get the new Gucci's, once I get the new Maybach, until that first bill come in. Soon when that first house note, car note come in, you go right back into a Negro depression. You go right back into a Negro depression. You go right back into a Negro depression. Let's go on to the next statistic because I have to stop by 10:30 so I can meditate. Let's go to the next statistic. Black people, listen to this. Black women, I need your full attention. Black men too, but black women, I need your full attention. Black men too, but black women, I need your full attention for this next statistic. Let me take a sip of water before I drop this next statistic. Conspicuous consumption for the coon community. Conspicuous consumption of the economic coon is killing black America. The conspicuous consumption of the economic coon is killing black America. The conspicuous consumption of the economic coon is killing black America. Let me take a sip. And then they want to hate on me. They want to hate on me. They want to hate on me. Oh, he the number one scholar. He the number one this. I am. Nobody in this country talk to you the way I'm talking to you. Nobody do. That's why I'm King Kong. Deal with it. Black Thanos, the hottest African nationalist on the scene. You're damn right. Leo season is every season. Leo season is every season. Let me continue. Are y'all ready for this next statistic? Black America purchases 90% of all beauty supplies in the country. I'm going to say it again. We are only 13% of the country, but we purchase 90% of all beauty supplies. We are only 13% of the country, and we purchase 90% of all beauty products. Do you want to know why? You are preoccupied with the way you look, black man? Do you want to know why you're preoccupied with the way you look, black woman? Do you need me to give you the historical analysis for why you're why you're buying 90% of all beauty products in America? It's because the white man been telling you you ugly for so long. The white man been telling you you ugly for so long. The white man been telling you your hair too nappy and your skin too black and your lips too thick. He been telling you that for so long you believe it. And that's why as soon as you get your paycheck, the first thing you want to go do is perform a self-surgery on the way you look. That's facts. Is rooted in slavery. That's facts. There is no cultural explanation. There is no cultural explanation. There is no cultural explanation for why Black America purchases 90% of all beauty supplies in America. There's no cultural explanation for that, but there's a psychological one, and it's called self-hatred. Self-hatred. Let's continue. And then they said, black people are more likely to buy a product if a celebrity designed it. If the celebrity designs it, you will buy it. LeBron sneaks, the Jordans, the Yeezys, anything that one of these Negro entertainers put their name on, you will run out and buy it because you are addicted to status symbols. You are addicted to status symbols. You are addicted to status symbols. Expensive things make you feel important. And since no black person wants to feel like the other black people, we go out of our ways to separate ourselves with expensive junk. It's all based on your self-hatred. Let's continue. 96% of the top 1 million households in America are white. Did y'all hear that? 96% of the top 1 million households, wealth and income, 96% of the top 1 million households in America, 96% of the richest households are all white. 96% of them. We are being robbed of our wealth. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a white aristocracy. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a white aristocracy. We do not live in a democracy. We live in a white aristocracy, brothers and sisters. This is the rule of rich white people over poor black people. This is the rule of rich white people over poor black people. This is not a democracy. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care how often you vote. I don't care who wins. This is not a democracy. It is a white aristocracy. The rule of rich whites over poor blacks with a layer of coons in the middle known as gatekeepers. They used to be scholars. Now they're athletes and entertainers. The black gatekeepers used to be scholars, but now they're athletes and entertainers. The black gatekeepers used to be scholars. Now they're athletes and entertainers. Your favorite rapper is selling out your hood. Let's continue. 100 richest Americans control more wealth than all of black America put together. I'm going to say it again. It breaks my heart. The 100 richest Americans in the United States control more wealth than all of black America put together. Let me say it one more time. For all y'all, we've come a long way, Negroes. For all of you, we've come a long way, Negroes. We've come a long way since slavery, Dr. Umar. Take it easy. We've come a long way since slavery, Dr. Umar. Take it easy. The 100 richest Americans control more wealth than the entire Black America put together. Not only that, when slavery ended in 1865, when slavery ended this month, December of 1865, this is December of 2020. So what is that? They killed Malcolm in 1965. That was our 100-year gift. They assassinated Malcolm in 1965. That was our 100 years out of slavery gift. 75, 85, 95, 05, 15, 155 years we've been free. Allegedly. 155 years we've been free. When you got out of slavery 155 years ago, you owned 1/2 of 1% of all the wealth in America. When you exited slavery in December of 1865, you owned 1/2 of 1% of all the wealth in America. That was 155 years ago. Guess what? You still, today in 2020, you still only own 1/2 of 1% of all the wealth in America. Black people's share of wealth ownership since slavery has not went up a single percentage point. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. Black people's share of ownership of America's wealth has not increased a single percent in 155 years. So I ask you again, black bourgeoisies. I ask you again, black bourgeoisies. I ask you again, black bourgeoisies, by what definition are you judging the progress of my people? Upon what definition are you judging the progress of my people? Let's continue. And then here's what I need y'all to understand. Here's what I need y'all to understand, overstand, and understand. Here's what I need y'all to understand, overstand, and understand. Here's what I need you to understand, overstand, and understand. Dr. King, the good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated because he tried to bring economic justice to Black America. Dr. King had his brains blown out in Memphis, Tennessee on April the 4th, 1968, because he wanted to correct the economic apartheid, the economic imbalances, the economic disenfranchisement, the economic discrimination, and the economic equity in Black America. I'm saying that to say that if you think your president is going to fix this for you, you're crazy. If you think your black elected officials are going to fix this for you, you crazy. If you think your black preachers, and we coming to the preachers in a minute. We ain't even got to the good part. We ain't even got to the black church yet, brother. This is still just the introduction. We ain't even got to the preachers yet. We ain't even got to the black church. We ain't even got to the black church yet. Call your pastor up. Tell him to tune up. Tell him to pull up to Ifa Tunde right now. Fourth night for Kwanzaa. We ain't even got to the black church yet. We ain't even got to the black church yet. Let's keep on going. Dr. King was murdered because he was on the brink of an economic revolution right after he left Memphis, Tennessee. Guess where Dr. King was headed? Back to Atlanta and on to D.C. for the breadbasket campaign, the poor people's campaign. He was going to erect a tent city. Martin Luther King was going to take poor Americans of every race to Washington, D.C., and they were going to erect a tent city, and they were going to live in D.C. till everybody left with a house and a job. It would have embarrassed America. They had to kill him. It would have embarrassed America. They had to kill him. It would have embarrassed America. Dr. King was murdered for the very same thing we're talking about right now. Economic apartheid. Why did they murder Dr. King if this is supposed to be a democracy? If everybody has a chance, all you got to do is work hard and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That's a damn lie. This is not a democracy. It is a white aristocracy. The rule of rich whites over poor blacks. It is a white aristocracy. The rule of rich whites over poor blacks. Let's continue. The 5 largest white landowners in America own more wealth, the 5 largest white landowners own more land than all of black America put together. I'm going to say it again. The 5 largest white landowners in America own more land than the entire black America put together. Did you hear what I just said? I'm going to say it again. Please take notes. Please do your research. The top 5 white landowners in America, 5 people own more land than the entire black America put together. And you're telling me the most important thing I can do is go vote. You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind. And guess what? We're going to talk about reparations tonight, too. I'm going to give you Dr. Umar's reparations package. I'm going to give you the Prince of Pan-Africanism reparations package. See, Marcus Garvey is the father of modern reparations. You understand me? He sent a delegation to the League of Nations to give us the former German territories after the World War. Garvey is the father of reparations. But these fake social net group, anti-African, Negro tribalism movements, they haven't even given you a reparations package because they are not visionary. They're not leaders. They're not organizers. They're hustlers and pimps who trying to get paid off of a hot trend, which is why I don't have to pay attention to them, because 10 years from now, they won't even be around no more. 10 years from now, they won't even be around no more. You don't have to go to war with a hustler. You don't have to go to war with a pimp. You don't have to go to war with an opportunist. Just wait him out. Do your job, and the rest will take care of itself. It's Pan-Africanism or perish. It's Pan-Africanism or perish. Let's continue. The average black family, listen to this. I need another sip of water. Better yet, I need a chip one time. Make sure y'all donate. Make sure y'all donate. Oh, we're going to talk about the historically black colleges too. Oh, they coming up. I got them in my assessment. We're going to talk about the presidents of the historically black colleges and universities. We're going to talk about these presidents of the historically black colleges and universities because they ain't been doing their job. The presidents of the HBCUs have been selling us out. I'm going to say it again. The presidents of the HBCUs and the black pastors of America have been selling us out. I'm going to talk about the HBCU presidents too. That's right. I'm going to talk about reparations too. That's right. I'm going to talk about the black church too. That's right. You listening to the Prince.